Hello and welcome to the next episode. Now, in the last one, we have fought a bit and the orbit of Earth. We have built some nations here, and we are going to continue in the nation building and researching here. We have broken into ring hubs and colony hubs, which is our main thing of this episode right now. So, in between, I have upgraded every ground colony that we have here. We are going into the colony mining complex now. That explains also why we have here now a massive temporary deficit. And it will take us 4 months, 22 September, so June, July, August, 4 months, 120 days until the colony mining complex comes online. The additional research and defenses and so on will be operational already in 3 months, so 31st of July here, or later in August, some of them. And this, of course, will be quite useful as well. And then we get more research. We are going to also get a bit more project bonus here because I also made some skunk works. So all of this will help us boost up our science even further here in 2040. In June, I have to continue the same thing here with the ring cores. And we are going to upgrade those around Mars and Earth, of course, as well here. And then this will also get us additional research, but also additional shipbuilding capacity, which will be very important as well. And now I can here continue because there's not a lot else to do here. The East African Federation, we're going to also build that one up because we are going to pull these claims out of Russia so that they are not hostile when we merge with the EU, because they are now in the Far East Federation, which later on can go into the Greater Pan-Asian Combine if we ever want to go for it. I'm not sure if I will ever have the control points for it, but who knows, maybe. And so I'm just going to pull this out because the PAC would get claims on these provinces anyway, so we don't have to bother with them in the EU and make them hostile, because we are going to get a lot of hostile claims here from the annexation of Turkestan anyway. But yeah, so that's it for now. We of course will have a few fights here. I'm not sure. I think the next big one is the 10 fleet here, 10 size fleet in 51 days, so in July. So that's a bit away. And with that, I'm going to actually continue, as that's all we need to do for now, and rather focus again on nation building. For those who are interested in it, I'm currently pushing economy and knowledge here in Africa because we need to get our GDP higher. 6.379 is not really worth it, and we only get currently 7.29 per perk here, per point. That's why I want to get some oil regions into the African Union from uniting with the United Arab League soon. This would help the economy priority massively. India, we are currently going economy and welfare because I'm preparing for the hits of inequality from annexing parts of here, here, and here, which has 4 as a rest value. And also these ones are relatively high. So I want to go further down for the moment, get a bit more economy to get to 10k, so that we have less unrest problems before we go back into knowledge priority here. Because we're already reaching 8, and 8 is roughly the threshold where it slows down with the investment for knowledge. And the next threshold would be 12, but we do have other priorities to fix as well here before we can go super ham with science. Our science hub will be the EU, so we're probably also going to shift over one of our advisors to here to get the most science out of it. Or we are going to put a second one on advice temporarily. I'm not 100% sure because I also have to start cleaning out plans and so on. There's still a lot of stuff to do, but we are getting into a territory where we are going to need less and less actions, because when Russia is gone and Turkestan is gone, we don't need to pacify these two or purge back stuff from the servants when they flip stuff, because there is an alien agent basically always here in Moscow. I think there's a facility somewhere here, which I didn't find yet. But, yeah, let's see how that plays out. Okay, here we are, and our mighty Earth fleet is welcoming a party from the aliens here. They brought a Titan. I think we checked out this fleet before, so let's see where is everyone. I mean, the Titan is the most dangerous of them all here. What's the other then? So, torpedoes, lasers, torpedo. These are all the same class. Ooh, it's a lot of torpedoes. And a bit more mech here, and then also a bit more mech here. But not... no plasmas yet. I've seen a few plasma ships before, but nothing to worry about here. But the big question is like, how do we focus here? I think, let's see, where's the Dreadnought is down here, so how about you guys focus on the Dreadnought instead? And then like 3 of you on Dark Wanderer classes here. Oh, it's only 1. And then the Entropy class here. The other ones are all torpedo. Let's hope we can intercept all the torpedoes here. And then the left side completely is going for the Titan. Let's see how that works out. Oh. Burning... what if burning whatever? The Titan is flanking, okay. So that's interesting actually, so we should go for this. And let's hope that we don't take too many torpedoes to the sides or something. Hey, don't laser me. I never seen the Titan going for a flanking maneuver here. That's funny. Because it cannot use its mech shots properly this way. Because it always has to maneuver here. Which is at least very odd. Okay, these 3 should... who is that actually? Lonely Galaxy... is still a defensive blade. Ah, it's a particle cannon. Okay, so you will take this one out. Okay, could we please hit the... what? Okay, 1 mech shot from the Titan went through and did a lot of damage here. That's not cool. And I think there will be more. Yeah, there you go. But now we are going to hit the Titan, I guess. Ooh, it's lagging quite heavily here. Ooh, this is also not great. Now we are going to get the Titan, right? Yeah, now we are getting him. The others are taking care of the other ships here. And there's the Titan gone. And now we can turn around to whatever's left here. But losing 1 of the battleships I think is okay. We do have enough shipbuilding power here to forward to that. How did this one get there? That's interesting. Okay, turn around to take this one out. So this is weird, to say the least. Okay, it's only the flankers left here. They're dealing a bit of damage. Actually going to risk just an auto-resolve here in a second. Because it could be annoying to wait for this to hit. Unless we get lucky here. Ah yeah, we get lucky. Okay, never said anything. So it just took a big hit, and so it should only have its drive left here. Come on, you can't dodge forever. There's so many mech shots here. Okay, that's annoying. Okay, auto resolve here. Yeah, one lost ship. That's unfortunate. We lost a lot. Oh, they were all in the expedition. Okay. Unfortunate, but okay. I take it. And then we can go home and repair and so on. Now, this mission phase is also interesting because if everything works out, I can get rid... 24th of July might be too late. Because I'm trying to absorb Russia this turn already. Due to the fact that they are currently constantly trying to... the aliens try to... not purge, but the alien way of flipping control points, and this is one of the few turns where I have full control. 24th still. So when do you resolve? 25th. Okay, so that's fine. 25th is okay. So this works out. Let's absorb it. That's a big change. Can actually remove a few armies afterwards. Oh, what's that? Another fleet. Great, 81 days. Another Titan battle cruiser. So many Titans. Where are they coming from?
Violence is abating.
It's fascinating.
Things are stabilizing.
I intentionally ran out of the research spread here just to focus this through in this mission phase before we lose another control point again. There we go. And now we can immediately start up this one, but we don't need to rush it. So instead we go now back into everything a bit. And a bit more focus on the global text though. So like this. Because we don't need to rush the Caliphate here, as we still have a lot of stuff to do to move claims around, merge this one up and so on. And of course merge these two here. And then afterwards we can focus there. And if we still have time left, we can conquer Indonesia or something, or England if you want to. And finally this one is gone. All armies go home. Palestine, it's okay because we are annexing it.
Policy direction complete.
We had a hostile claim there, so that's what we are going to remove here. Unification, Russia, here we go. That of course costs us a lot of cohesion, but the big question is, are there any claims that are now hostile? Dushanbe, that was to be expected, that's over here. Odessa we knew, Kharkiv we knew as well. Jerevan. Why is Jerevan hostile? Was it hostile before? Because then in that case we might want to release it again into Armenia. Yeah, I think we want to do this. To annex that again. Because that's an unnecessary hostile claim. We do have a full claim on it? Yeah, we do have a claim on it, yes. We still have Sakhalin Island. But okay, we can take it from the EU here. We can't... only in January 41 because we just federated it into... Oh, that's annoying. But we can get... now it's now hostile, right. Huh. Now that's unfortunate, so we are going to transfer a hostile claim to the Far East Federation. That's annoying. I would be hostile anyway. That's an oversight. Not sure how to get rid of this one. I will find a solution for this. So... that's the first annexation done. And our rest value of cohesion is still 5. We only have minus 0.59 from hostile claims. So that's good. The unrest gain is also relatively low. So we could consider to eventually merge also Turkestan in. I mean, the claims we got here. Let's see. This one is a claim. This one is a claim. These two are also a claim. I mean, that would still mean that we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hostile claims. So that's a bit much. Yeah. That's a bit much, but we would get a lot of resource regions and so on. I mean, we can just push government here now. And then get rid of a few of these hostile claims first, and then we merge it up. That should be possible. But this will definitely help our science here now. And also, of course, make our life a lot easier. Okay, so there is a problem on the horizon, and that is Mars. My fleet is getting better and smaller every fight we take. So this one we lost a battleship again and 2 monitors. And we do not have enough shipbuilding capacity, I think, to recover fast enough. So the main problem here now is that this fleet, I already even left it in orbit of Mars here to take some damage from defenses on the ground. We lost, however, 4 bases to them, and the other factions lost 6 or 7 to that fleet. And I was able to, with 3 losses, to defeat the remnant fleet of that. So, of course, we can take advantage of this now, which I'm going to do by taking some stuff here. So we can make new settlements here. Pretty neat. But in general, this was very nasty because we lost a few really good bases here. And of course, a huge amount of resources that have gone into these bases over time. And they were currently still upgrading to colony hub and so on, or were mostly finished. So this is really unfortunate. I'm going to, however, retake as much as I want here. I think everything that has a decent values in any kind of resource, like this one here. Hey, come on. Yeah, but overall, this did hurt. Do we want these 5 here? I don't think so. We are still not yet operational again with mining, so we are still under construction. If we take only Mars here, we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 left here. 13 left, and then of course we also still have the few asteroid locations which are not at Mars. I think it's 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's 4 actually. Yeah. We could afford a few more though. But I'm not sure if these resources are worth it. Maybe we take this one as well, and then the volatiles can't hurt. Okay, come on, let's take 2 more here. Easy. And now I can, that's a good thing, I can develop a new template for them, which is without fissiles, like without fissile reactors and so on. So the old ones were still a mix of both. They had the remnants of the fission reactor arrays, and then fusion here, and then everything on top. But now I can make a new template for them. and be happy about it. But the biggest problem is our ship construction here at Mars. So we do only have 4 shipyards as of now. And I should have queued up something here right away. 32 days until we get the next battleship again. There will be a few more shipyards coming up. The shipyard, here we go. Still under construction currently. So Spaceworks coming in, shipyard coming in, shipyard coming in. So this will be helpful, but I hope it will be in time. And I'm not 100% sure about it. So yeah, big problem on the horizon. The only good thing is that we have only 1 ship coming here, a Titan. That's not a problem, we can take it out with the battleships we got. But whatever is coming next might be a problem. So yeah, we have to see. This is definitely a problem. But we do have resources still, so I'm not too worried about it. And our Earth fleet, so the defense fleet of Earth itself, is pretty mighty. 37 capital ships here, and then another 5 here. 6 actually with the cruiser, the flagship. And then we can get rid of some monitors here to save costs as well soon. Because we are busy constructing a lot of capital ships here at Earth anyway. There we go, there we see it. So Earth is pretty busy. Mars is actually our weakest point right now. And I have to think about how we can save it before a really big fleet flies there. Because that would be the ultimate problem. Okay, here we are in December 2040 and another big step in nation building will be achieved now. Because we are going to say bye-bye to the United Arab League here. So what I've been doing now in the last weeks, or rather 2-3 months, is not only mob up Europe here, so Switzerland for example is gone now as well, but in general mobbing up stuff, and also I have released multiple small nations here, like Lebanon, Syria was there as well, and Kurdistan. These are all with one purpose, and that purpose only being able to attack them to generate cohesion. So the problem here with the African Union is that the cohesion is terrible on its own, but we can feed into it by calling it war. So we already generated 13.5 cohesion from this, and we are going to continue doing that in the future. And for that purpose we do have these small nations, like for currently we are annexing something here which we called in the African Union. And now we are going to release Jordan here as the last one before we annex the United Arab League here.
Things are cooling off.
And so let's see what this... Ooh, this is also nice. What it will do. I, however, have to hold my caliphate here. As we can see, someone has broken the executive currently. That's uncool. So we'll probably lose it temporarily. Not great, but I'm going to try to purge the protectorate array and then the resistance again.
Policy direction complete.
So, the last one here is Jordan to go. There we go. Now they are independent as well. We are going to get rid of all alliances here. Now we have to prepare for the fact that if we lose executive in the caliphate, we can no longer use it for the purposes we wanted to use it, like the war declarations and annexations. But we can just use Turkestan for this temporarily if need be. We just need to make some rivalries here. But I still hope that I can hold to the caliphate. That I don't need to wait too long to get it back, I mean, or something like that. So no, the big thing for this merge now, the unification here, is that we are pulling in all the oil region, or most of the oil regions here. I should probably also have transferred this one, but it's only 68 billion in GDP, that's why I decided against getting a hostile claim here. So we are transferring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 oil regions to the African Union. That generates 6 hostile claims, which is unfortunate, but I think the long-term reward is higher here for the GDP or the economy of our African Union. So currently we get 7.68 per priority tick. Let's see what happens after the unification and if it works. Let's see. Yeah, it worked. Perfect. And now we are at 9.79. So that's a solid +2 GDP per capita we get per tick in the economy priority. So this is a very big buff. I mean, it's like 25% more output. Of course, we get all the hostile claims here and our cohesion went down significantly, but we still only have 0.35 from hostile claims, and our unrest value went up to +0.5. So also a bit, but in general, not a problem. What's also interesting to see is that we got a 0.44 boost in education. We got 1.7k more GDP per capita. Also, the sustainability score is now close to 1, which is really good. And of course, we got around 325 million population here. So, after all, I think this was a superb merge here. And later on, we can still consider if we really want to, and we made these claims peaceful here. If we ever get to that point, we could release Cairo again as the Arab League chap, and then federate all this together again, and then annex the remnants of the Caliphate into the Arab Union, and then again into the African Union. If we really want to go this route long term here. But yeah, this was a very, very, very good merge. Not only do we get rid of one nation, but we also get rid of we buff up our African Union. The only problem is we lose a bit of science from this. So the Arab Union was providing a bit more science than the merged two together now. But that's okay. It's nation building what we are aiming for here. This will get outpaced soonish though, because we have gained a lot from this, which will help us building up even faster now. Okay, and to wrap up this episode, we are also going to make... I can handle this afterwards. We are going to make Turkestan disappear as well into the EU. And let's see how unstable we will get from that. But first of all, we are going to do a stabilizing war declaration here again, as usual. Very many crackdowns.
Mission complete.
How do they even crack down my executive if nobody is in here? That's wild, because I can't do that. So, we go after Jordan here. Yes, we lose a bit of cohesion, that's okay. European... By the way, we also got hit with the Wave of Fear event, which removes 1 cohesion from most nations, so that's why we dropped down to 3.8 again. So these kind of actions are India, we don't need to because this one moved up instead, and African Union definitely because we are down to 1.3. Caliphate, yeah, can't hurt to push this one to 10 to make it more stable, or rather more protected against some other things, and also get rid of the unrest problem, which is now 0 as a cohesion rest value. And now let's absorb it.
Mission complete.
So unify Turkestan. Swoop. There we go. This will, yeah, that was to be expected that it hurts our cohesion massively. We do have minus 2.3 from hostile claims here now, so this is what we need to fix with priority. So we are going to skim down a bit on economy, also on environment here. Knowledge, let's keep it. Mission control can be done later. Unity we need, government we need. And knowledge can't hurt as well. I'm not sure about the unity though. We can rather instead move more into government. Because we need to get rid of some of the hostile claims now. We are almost done with Tabriz, so that's good. And... Right, Tabriz, weren't we on... Odessa? Oh, yeah. I thought we were on Odessa. That's wild. Huh, I don't know. Maybe we inherited that here from Turkestan. Let's hope that the progress here is saved as well. And not reset, because that would be wild. So... But yeah, at least we are almost done with Tabriz. We also have to annex Jerevan here. I think that was a pointless release, right? Because this one will still be hostile, yeah. I didn't consider that. So if you have to we can annex it and it will not change a thing. Well, whatever. So, we do now have 3 superstates on the map. We do have European Union, India and African Union. Then the small caliphate, which will grow over time now in the next episodes. And of course the India and European Union will also grow further. African Union is more or less on the maximum extent now. And we do have almost 3 nations over 1,000 and European Union is getting closer to 2,000 science output already. We can still consider to take over the English here. And we want to also still conquer this stuff and this stuff here. So that's still enough to do. Research-wise, just to give a heads up here on 41, we are on magnetic nozzles now. We are on deuterium helium-3 fusion. However, we do still need to do the inertial confinement fusion. So that's the main one, opening up the drives. Let's see where we are with that. But, let's see, where is the inertial... Where are you? I don't know. Yeah, here, no, wait a second. We still need these ones as well, ultra capacitors. Here, inertial confinement fusion. That's something we still need to do. To get the inertial confinement fusion reactor 1. But that will be one of our next targets now. So we are currently doing the magnetic nozzles, then we go into inertial confinement fusion, and then we have to see what else we need to get our drives going. We still have to research coil guns here in the project department. I should do this soon, but we have been sabotaged recently quite a lot from all the actions that we did. So that's unfortunate, but yeah. I'm going to slow down here on deuterium helium-3 fusion. This can wait, because this one will be the fusion reactor 3, yes. So we don't need to rush this currently. And we still need to get here the slot into Titans, because we got outpaced on one of our slots here, so that's why we have arrival governance. I didn't want to pick that, but we can get national research focus here, which I completely forgot about, which would be very useful. And yeah, then the Greater Caliphate on the horizon, transnational management for additional points, so that we can maybe take China down the road. And of course, a nice project with the civilian fusion reactors here buffing us in general. So I think around 2 years from now on is realistic. I said that earlier, but I think from now on 2 years until all stuff for the Titans will be done, roughly. Because I think we can buff up our science output by about 5k pretty quickly. We're going to go into double advice now on the European Union and India, and maybe even triple advice with the African Union, and slow down all the other things we want to do. We could focus, for example, on removing plants, or slowly eating into other nations that we maybe want to annex. But the main part here is now done. We have 3 super nations on the map. Everything else is just nice and bywork. So, yeah, leave a like and subscribe and see you in the next episode.